to not die, or die less. Us humans, or whatever people are now this year, have made these cities, and they have many hazards, and one of them car crashes kill a lot of people around the world, mainly because of the amount of cars there are, but there are also ways to lower this, and one of them are seatbelts, as they lower the chances of injury for people in a car crash, and are very easy to use. Well, for the people in the car, that is. Another way to have less car crashes, besides just following the law, is to not rely on other people to be safe, so just be careful. Well, what if you're too broke for a car? Too young for a car? Or what if you failed your driver's test and don't have a license? Well, for not getting hit by a car, the most you can do is be careful, hope the driver in the car knows what they are doing, and follow the laws for crossing a road. Also, when you are in a low-light area, a way to not get hit by a car or get hit less is to not wear dark clothing or have a light source, so that driving the car can see you better and not hit you. On accident, at least. If you choose to travel on a bike, then you should wear a helmet, and so lower the chances of getting a head injury by 69%. Nice. Whether you're falling off high places, or less high places, falling can be very dangerous as you are probably not expecting to fall, and if you don't catch yourself, you will probably hit your head and get a concussion or worse. On how to prevent unintentionally leaving the ground, watch where you're going, be aware, and make sure anything you climb is stable. Or just don't climb. Much easier. Let's take a break from all of this and visit nature can be very cool and very dangerous, and one example, more specifically the lightning, which probably won't hit you unless the sky is extra angry that day, or hates you personally, could hit some water and transfer the shock to you, so avoid water. Even if there isn't lightning, you should not drive in a rainstorm, because you could spin out on a slippery road and crash your car, and water doesn't need to be very deep to stop or damage your car. Also, it could get much worse. When there is many danger clouds, you should not drive outside unless you really know where you're going, and just stay inside your house or any building on the lowest floor. If you're not in a building, then try to get to one, or if you really can't get to one, then get to an open field or area and lay down to minimize chances of getting hit by a flying projectile. And it could start. If this natural disaster made more common by humans happens in a forest and you don't live near it, you probably don't have to worry about it. Well, besides, if you are near the forest, then you may have to evacuate, as if it is windy, sparks can light things across roads, and that fire makes sparks, and on and on. If the fire is happening in a house or building you are in, you should call 911 and tell everyone in the house to get out, if there is people, that is. When there is a fire in a room, it heats up that room door's doorknob, so if a doorknob feels hot, then don't open that door and find another way out. Or if that was your only way out, then you should try to stop smoke from spilling into your room by closing the caps around doors. And if that fails and smoke starts filling your room, Then you should make a makeshift mask using any fabric or cloth and curl around the floor if you need to. In the worst case scenario and your clothes catch on fire, you should stop, rethink your life choices, lay down, and roll around to hopefully put the fire out. The best way to prevent all of this is to not have a fire in the first place, so don't overload power outlets and stop putting water on oil fires. It makes it worse. Just turn the heat off or put a lid on it. Also, you should have fire extinguishers. The lesson you should get from this is to not touch grass. Or to only touch grass when your room has discovered fire.